Ever wonder why your inverter keeps randomly dropping off Modbus even though the wiring's perfect? Today we're fixing that. We're taking this Waveshare RS485 to Ethernet adapter, putting it between the inverter and Home Assistant, and getting rock solid long distance comms over TCP instead of fighting USB adapters. Well, the heating elements isn't working in here. Alright, here's my backup plan. I'm not going to move the circuit breakers into the box until tonight, so I don't have to turn the PV off. I just want to get the conduit in here for now and get this thing back in operation until tonight. I'm starting to put ferrules on everything. It just makes it a lot nicer to work with. You can see the ferrules on there. Got the positive and the negative. That way you don't get any strands of wire, and they hold in the connector better. I'm using this Perceiva crimper. Works really good. Comes in a kit with a bunch of different ferrules. You can see there's hundreds of ferrules in here, and it'll do wire sizes from 22 gauge all the way up to 5 gauge. A lot of them only go up to 10, but I got this one because it's got the, it'll do the bigger gauges. So if anybody's interested, I'll put a link down below in the description. There we go. Now I can turn this thing back on until the sun goes down tonight. So let's get this thing fired back up and get some mining going here. We're gonna do let's do one first here. Get this thing booted up. On. Power's on. Let's get the battery on. And we'll turn the other string on. And I probably should mount this back up there. Alright. This is a Waveshare. It's an RS485 Modbus to Ethernet converter. It takes the Modbus from the inverter here and converts it into Ethernet, and then over Ethernet I can access the Modbus on the inverter for Home Assistant and my Python scripts. I have to get this cabling all tidied up later on, but we should be ready to go here again. You can see it's charging, so let's turn the power on here. You can hear the miners crank up. And we're good to go for now. Alright, we got this part finished, well, semi-finished. I've got 2 strings of PV coming in. Got the DC breakers in the box. Everything's wired up. We've got the Waveshare wired up. and ready to go. Let's get some power going here. Turn the miners on and then we'll go inside and I'll show you how to set up the Waveshare on the computer. Alright, got enough PV coming into the barn here to run 2 Antminer S19s. Then I have the shed system. I'm running 4 miners. I have 1 miner on the house system and 1 miner runs in the shop. So got a total of 8 S19s running 100% off grid, daytime only solar mining. Not a cloud in the sky. Alright, this is the login screen for the Waveshare device. I always do a factory reset. That's accomplished by shorting the 2 NC contacts for a few seconds. And here's the IP address after you do the factory reset. The password is admin. Now, first thing I usually do is change the IP address. You can see on this one I change it to 192.168.8819, and you want to make it a static IP so you know where it is all the time. Don't use DHCP. The device port has to be 502. Web port is port 80. You want TCP server as the work mode. You want to put your subnet mask and the gateway. Destination IP. And then destination port, I just left it as default. Baud rate has to be 9600. 8 data bits. 1 stop bit. No parity. The next section you don't have to change anything. Multi-host settings. The only thing here is it has to be Modbus TCP to RTU. Everything else can be left as is. And then you want to go down, hit submit, and let it reboot. Then you can log in on the IP address you set. And that's all it takes to set that up. Once that's set up, then depending what you're using to monitor, I'm using Home Assistant, and I'm not going to go through the whole Home Assistant setup. There's a lot of really good how-tos on YouTube. Just search for Home Assistant setup. But I'll show you real quick how to get that inverter to show up in Home Assistant. This is providing you've got everything set up already, and we're just adding another inverter here. So you want to go to Devices and Services. Then I'm using Solus Modbus. You can see I've got three devices in there. And what you would do if you're adding a new one, just go down to Add Device, and then you enter the IP address that you put in your Waveshare device. Your port number is 502. Inverter model, you have to put that in. And then connection type, you have to change to Waveshare. And you want to save it, submit. Now if you go to Overview, you'll see that inverter is my barn inverter. And these are all the entities that it read from the inverter. And I think there's like 200 some entities available. These are the cards I set up for the barn. You've got your backup load power, temperature, total PV power, battery state of charge. I've got battery current, AC grid port power, and that's about it. Just a real quick overview of how to set up the Waveshare device and get it into Home Assistant. I hope you got something out of this. If so, sure would appreciate a like and a subscribe. And I appreciate you. Until next time, adios.